effect to... I don't know why it does that. I don't even know if that shows up on your end, but whenever I go to switch back into being able to play the game instead of doing stuff on the Twitch app, there's like a pause, and that didn't used to do that, but ever since I messed around with the settings, like the internet settings and stuff, it's been doing that. So I don't know if that's part of it or what, but anyway, time to get on with things. We're already at level 6, and we'll be able to give Miranda and Jacob some talent points once we get to Freedom's Progress. Here's the mission summary. Shepard escaped attack on the facility along with operatives Taylor and Lawson. Facility destroyed by remote detonation. Salvage teams will ensure no encrypting data survived. Per Miranda's recommendation, I'm running security sweeps on other cells to ensure that Wilson was our only mole. Regardless of the cost, Project Lazarus was a success. Shepard is back. So that's the lovely Mr. Douglas doing the role of the elusive man. Yvonne Strahovski plays, and it was obviously the face model for Miranda. There's some other familiar voices in here as well, obviously, since there's characters from the first game in here. For the import bonuses, this is what all that hard work went into. You start at level 5 for having a level 60 character. You get 50,000 credits and a whole bunch of element stuff, and as well as you start off with some Paragon, which is always great. I think it was almost like 1/8 or 1/6 of the bar, so that's a pretty hefty starting point. And I'll get to the elements there, the element 0, iridium, palladium, and platinum, once we get on the Normandy proper. Oops, spoilers. I don't think that's that big of a spoiler, but we also got 100,000 bonus credits for importing a rich Mass Effect 1 character. And what that is as long as you have the richest achievement, which is where you get maxed out money, I think, or maybe over 100,000 credits at a time. As long as you have that achievement unlocked, or that trophy, whatever, you'll get this, from what I understand. So, long service bonuses. You've received the following bonuses for having beaten Mass Effect 2. So this is because I have the achievements from when I played on Xbox 360. Which I didn't realize I was going to get this time, which is amazing. 25% bonus experience on all missions. Retain all heavy weapons from previous playthroughs, which is amazing, which means we'll level up really fast. 200,000 credits, and then a bunch of elements, which is great because I think we almost have enough to already get our first major ship upgrade. Which we will also go into later. There's a grenade launcher, and all the money we got from Cerberus funding and credits found, 7,500. So that's the end of that report. It's like a completely different game, isn't it? But there's so much that's the same. It's great how they basically... A lot of people were upset by it at first, but they basically took the RPG almost completely out of this action RPG
We should be there shortly, Chef.
in favor of more cinematic
Do
approaches.
you have any orders?
What did you find at the other colonies?
Nothing. No signs of attack, no corpses, not even a trace of unusual genetic material to give us a clue. They just disappeared. We've got no target to go after.
What makes you think this investigation will turn up anything new?
At other colonies, official investigators got there first. Sometimes looters or salvage teams as well. We're hoping to be the first ones there this time. Maybe find clues before somebody else disturbs the scene.
Are you sure you'll be comfortable following my orders?
We didn't bring you back from the dead just to second guess you, Commander. If the elusive man says you're in charge, you're in charge.
That question wasn't aimed at you, Jacob, but okay.
Our first priority is to look for survivors.
That's unlikely, Commander. No one was left at the other colonies. They were completely deserted.
Be nice to find somebody. Anything's better than another ghost town.
So I'm going to be streaming as much of this as I can until Monday night, basically, when I go and get the next game that comes out. So I'll try not to overload YouTube sub boxes. Apparently there's a problem getting subscription notices anyway, if you're subscribed to me, so just check on my page once in a while. So, our loadout: the Predator Heavy Pistol, Katana Shotgun, Assault Rifle, the Avenger Assault Rifle, the Mantis Sniper Rifle, and the Grenade Launcher. Sniping isn't as fun in this game, or as OP, so I tend to just go all assault. There's some instances where the shotgun is nice, but for the most part, it's all about the assault rifle for me. Miranda has 2 pistols. You would think dual wielding would be a thing, but he has a Geth plasma shotgun for some reason, and the Phalanx heavy pistol. So once I get to the ship, if I remember right, I'll get to pick from all the guns in the world, basically. Definitely the heavy weapons, which is a new thing in this game that I forgot to mention. Also get our weapon ammo on there. And for powers, Miranda has Warp and Overload. So when you go up against a biotic enemy, she can tear down their barriers, and it works on armor apparently. And then there's I almost hardly ever use biotics. I just let the teammates do whatever they want, basically. And then Overload, which works on shields and synthetic enemies. He has incendiary ammo, so we're going to let him start with that, and then of course pull, so to start with. But now, do some leveling up here. Actually, I'm going to save mine, because as you can see, it costs more the farther into a talent you go, so I'll save up. I think you get 2 every level up until level 10, and then you get 1 every level as far as squad points go, so or I mean level points, whatever you want to call them. So we should be able to get a level 3 concussive shot pretty early, which is awesome. Okay, for Jacob, let's get that on there. I guess we can get him level 2 on everything, and that'll help anyway. Miranda, get her up to that, and then a 2 on Overload, since we're going to be fighting a lot of mechs here. So, yep, here we go. Go ahead and drop a save right here. Just since if you die, you can restart the mission, but I find it's better to... It seems like it loads faster if there's a save to load, in my opinion. At least on console. It might be different on PC. So. Some pretty GameCube looking water there. Actually, that's not fair to the GameCube. Actually, it's more like Xbox One water. Like original Xbox. Not Xbox One.
No bodies, no structural damage.
I know.
No signs of battle.
That is pretty strange. So there's not as much stuff to walk around and pick up like in the first game, but it's pretty obvious when there is, so don't worry about missing too much. Just always look for places where door things like this will be. The Omni Gel is completely gone, so no need to worry about that. You don't have an equipment screen, so you don't have to worry about running out of room or converting stuff or selling stuff. So that was the concussion shot there.
Shoot them before they take out your shields.
Too late. Say something earlier, Miranda. I just woke up from the dead. thing.
Those
Boom.
things shouldn't have been hostile.
So,
Recognized us as human.
Someone reprogrammed them to
the
attack
great
on
thing
sight.
about the
We're not
concussion
alone.
shot is you can be like, if the enemy is standing where this red triangle is, as long as the reticle is around them, I could be like pointing this way and shoot it, and it'll like arc around whatever they're standing behind, which is another reason why it's so overpowered. Also, this assault rifle is garbage. I completely forgot. But it's okay. It's gonna be okay. Medkit. I'm gonna be doing this quite a lot. A lot of these hacking games because it's easy money. And I need lots and lots of money in this game. Also, when it comes to getting elements, well, I'll just go into that when we get to the ship.
Taking cover.
Moving.
Get in there.
Incoming.
Also, with these kind of mechs, if you shoot out their legs before you kill them, they'll crawl towards you. I don't know why they bothered to do that in this game, but they did.
Stop right there!
Praza, you said you'd let me handle this.
Hey,
Wait, Shepard?
how did you know?
Cerberus operatives.
Put those weapons down! Shepard?
Hey, bud.
You're alive?
Remember when I gave you that Geth data tally? Did it help you complete your pilgrimage?
Yes, it did. Praza, weapons down. This is definitely Commander Shepard.
Why is your old commander working for Cerberus?
I don't know. Maybe we should ask.
I nearly died, Tally. Cerberus spent 2 years rebuilding me. They want me to
Oh.
investigate attacks on human colonies.
Likely story. No organization would commit so many resources to bring back one soldier.
You haven't seen Shepard in action, Praza. Trust me, it was money well spent. Perhaps we can work together. We're here looking for a young Quarian named Vitor. He was here on pilgrimage.
Isn't that a little strange? A Quarian visiting a remote human colony?
Quarians can choose where they go on pilgrimage. Vitor liked the idea of helping a small settlement. He was always nervous in crowds.
She means that he was unstable. Combine that with damage to his suit CO2 scrubbers and an infection from an open-air exposure, and he's likely delirious.
When he saw us landing, he hid in a warehouse on the far side of town. We suspect he also programmed the mechs to attack anything that moved.
Vitor's the only one who can tell us what happened here. We should work together to find him.
Good idea. You'll need 2 teams to get past the drones anyway.
Now we're working with Cerberus?
No, Praza, you're working for me. If you can't follow orders, go wait on the ship. Head for the warehouse to the center of the colony. We'll circle around the far side and draw off some of the drones to clear you a path.
Your people really don't like Cerberus. What did I miss?
They killed our people, infiltrated our flotilla, and tried to blow up one of our ships.
That's not how I'd have explained it exactly. It was nothing personal.
We can argue over who killed who later. Right now, we've got a job to do.
Agreed. We work together to get to Vitor.
Make sure to keep in radio contact.
Will do. Good luck, Shepard. Whatever happens, it's good to have you back.
So our bestie Tally is around. She's the first one you run into.
Be careful, Shepard. There's a squad of security drones up ahead.
Thanks for the warning. We'll take care of him.
So I'll just get this safe over here and oh no! Not a problem. You can get the drop on that. Oh crap. Well, that's what happens when you screw up. So, you don't get 3 attempts on that kind of game. I think it was like 2,000 credits too, which sucks. Okay. This one can be kind of tricky because sometimes one of the drones
Use overload on him.
like gets stuck. and
Impressive!
Target down!
Jacob, get out of the way.
Target down!
One less.
Shepard, Praza and his squad rushed on ahead. I told them to wait, but they wouldn't listen. They want to find Vitor and take him away before you get here.
We should have expected this.
Come on, we can still catch them.
It's fine. So that's something new, is you tap down on the right stick and it'll show you where your objective is. This mission is so linear, however, it's not really necessary at all. Let's get this one.
Careful, Shepard. Taking fire. Nice. Enemy down.
Got him! Target down!
There we go.
Got him.
Belt, one less.
Shepard, we are inside the loading docks. Vitor reprogrammed the heavy mech. It's tearing Praza's squad apart.
They did want to get to Vitor first.
Get your squad into cover and I'll open the loading bay doors.
We'll take cover by the doors. Shepard, you take point.
So this is kind of a new bit of squad control. In the first game, you would just press up and your squad mates would go wherever you pointed.
Take point, Shepard.
This time,
Grabbing cover.
you have individual control over your squad mates. Come on. Oh, I think I missed a resource. Oh well. And that's a heavy mech. Oh. Hey now. The Wilhelm scream. Edited a little bit there.
That mech's got heavy armor plating. Those Quarians never stood a chance.
This is gonna be one tough son of a bitch to take down.
That'll be alright.
Overload will take...
Sure thing.
And there we go.
Watch out.
Ah, it blew up, so I got hurt. Wonderful. Some power cells, which are the ammo equivalent for the heavy weapons. Okay. I used to have names for these symbols, but I can't remember. Obviously one looks like a top, and one looks kind of like a belt buckle. And I think the one with the C I used to call the copyright symbol. Some stuff down here.
I'll take it.
She'll take it. So I probably didn't need to pick that up, but I did anyway.
This
There's
is your
Tally.
chance to go find Vitor while I tend to the wounded, Shepard. He's probably somewhere in the back of the loading bay.
Okay, have full ammo on that. So we pretty much have full ammo on everything now. It's pretty good after a mid-boss fight, kind of like that. The thing I picked up from the mech was a grenade launcher schematic, and you have to pick those up in order to research and make the heavy weapons. So, and many of the other guns, at least for upgrades and stuff. So we'll get into more of that later.
Mechs will protect. Safe from swarms. Have to hide. No monsters. No swarms. No.
Vitor?
No Vitor. Not here. Swarms can't find. Monsters coming. Have to hide.
Nobody's gonna hurt you anymore.
I don't think he can hear you, Commander.
Have to hide. Have to hide. Max will protect. You're human. Where did you hide? How come they didn't find you?
Who didn't find us?
The monsters. The swarms. They took everyone.
So what just happened was the new Paragon Renegade flash decision, I guess. I can't remember what they called that exactly, but in the bottom left-hand part of the screen, a Paragon logo will show up for Paragon actions, and vice versa with Renegade on the right-hand side. And you only have a couple seconds, like maybe 2 or 3 seconds to do it each time, depending on what the action is. And they're massive amounts of Paragon or Renegade points. So you kind of, if you're wanting to do one or the other, or you just like the decision, if you can see where it's going, if you like the decision, it's always worth doing, in my opinion. So there's maybe one exception I can think of on Paragon side that you don't want to do, but the Renegade side, when you're playing as a Renegade Shepherd, pretty much every single one of them is fun, especially in the second game. So my controller batteries are low. Okay, good thing I was explaining something and not doing any gameplay there. I don't know what effect this will have on the stream, so if it knocks the stream out, I profusely apologize. If I can remember how to plug this in. Okay, I'm back. That's so weird. It's like it takes way longer to recognize the mic when that happens. We weren't there, Vitor.
We're not survivors, Vitor. We just got here.
You don't know. You didn't see. But I see everything.
Looks like security footage. He must have pieced it together manually.
What the hell is that?
My god. I think it's a collector.
Is that some kind of alien?
They're a species from somewhere beyond the Omega-4 relay. Only a few people have ever seen one in person.
They usually work through intermediaries, like slavers or hired mercenaries. If they're involved with the Reapers somehow, it could explain what happened to the colonies.
The Collectors have advanced technology. They could have a weapon that disables an entire settlement at once.
The Seeker swarms. No one can hide. The Seekers find you, freeze you, then the monsters take you away.
Tell me more about these swarms.
It's how they find you. Seeker clouds, machines like tiny insects. They go everywhere. They find you, then they sting you, freeze you.
Sounds like miniature probes, maybe. Find victims, then immobilize them with a stasis field or nerve toxin.
I forgot to apologize in the first episode. There was a lag spike pretty early on. There's one going on right now, apparently, but there was only one for the last episode, so hopefully that was our only one for this one as well. So,
I want to know more about the collectors.
but apologies in the future
Nobody knows much.
if
It's
it
so rare, a lot of
starts
people don't
getting out
even
of
know
hand.
they exist.
More importantly, why are they abducting human colonists? What are they after?
Maybe the elusive man can figure it out.
Art, culture, beautiful women. What more could you ask for? Every time Miranda says that, I think of that line from the first game.
Why didn't the collectors take you?
Swarms didn't find me. Monsters didn't know I was here.
The Collectors aren't known for being careless. Maybe his enviro suit kept him from showing up on their sensors.
Or they were using technology specifically designed to detect humans. Only human colonies have been hit.
What happened next?
The monsters took the people onto the ship and then they left. The ship flew away. But they'll be back for me. No one escapes.
I think that's probably all we're getting out of him, Commander.
We appreciate what you told us. You were very helpful.
I studied them. The monsters. The swarms. I recorded them with my Omni tool. Lots of readings. Electromagnetic. Dark energy.
We need to get this data to the elusive man. Grab the Quarian and call the shuttle to come pick us up.
What? Vitor is injured. He needs treatment, not an interrogation.
We won't hurt him. We just need to see if he knows anything else. He'll be returned unharmed.
Your people tried to betray us once already. If we give him to you, we'll never get the intel we need.
Praza was an idiot, and he and his men paid for it. You're welcome to take Vitor's Omnitool data, but please, just let me take him.
You don't have to take Vitor and go. We could work together, just like old times.
I want to, but I can't. I've got a mission of my own. It's too important for me to abandon, even for you. When it's over, and I'm still alive, we'll see what happens.
That sounds dangerous. What are you doing?
I don't think Cerberus needs to hear about it, but it's in Geth space. That should tell you how important it is.
He's traumatized and he needs medical care. Tali will give us the Omnitool data and take him to the flotilla.
Understood, Commander.
Thank you, Shepard. I'm glad you're still the one giving the orders. Good luck out there. If I find anything that can help you, I'll let you know.
We're ready for pickup.
Shepard, good work on Freedom's progress. The Quarians forwarded their findings from Vitor's debriefing. No new data, but it's a surprising olive branch given our history. You and I have different methods, but I can't argue with your results.
You ever think about playing nice once in a while?
Diplomacy is great when it works, but difficult when everyone already perceives you as a threat. But more importantly, you confirm the Collectors are behind the abductions.
Why do I get the feeling you knew about them already?
I had my suspicions, but I needed proof. The Collectors are enigmatic at best. They periodically travel to the Terminus systems, looking to gather seemingly unimportant items or specimens, usually in exchange for their technology. When their transactions are complete, they disappear as quickly as they arrived, back beyond the unmapped Omega-4 relay. Until now, we've had no evidence of direct aggression by the Collectors.
Why is the Omega-4 relay unmapped? What do we know about it?
Only that no ship passing through it has ever returned. Our best guess is that the relay reacts differently to Collector vessels, allowing them safe passage. If they can manipulate relays, that's just further evidence of the connection with the Reapers.
What are the Collectors getting from these deals?
The Collectors aren't very forthcoming about their motives. Generally, they seek out species with rare genetic mutations or abnormalities. They pay slavers and merc groups exorbitant sums to obtain these specimens, and then they leave. But they've never targeted a single species before, and the previous sample sizes were in the dozens, not the tens of thousands.
Any ideas on why they've shifted their focus to humans?
If they're agents for the Reapers, it could be any number of reasons. Obviously, humanity played a huge role in Sovereign's destruction. That might have been enough to draw their attention. What really concerns me is why they bother abducting the colonists. Once the humans are paralyzed, why not just kill them?
You're holding something back. How do you know the Reapers are involved?
The patterns are there, buried in the data. The Council and the Alliance want to believe the Reaper threat died with Sovereign. You and I know better. I won't wait until the Reapers are on the march. We need to take the fight to them.
If this is a war, I'll need an army, or a really good team.
I've already compiled a list of soldiers, scientists, and mercenaries. You'll get dossiers on the best of them. Finding them and convincing them to work with you could be challenging, but you're a natural leader. I'll continue to track the Collectors. When they make their next appearance, I'll notify you and your team. Be ready.
Keep your list. I want people I trust. The ones who helped me stop Saren and the Geth.
That was 2 years ago, Commander. Most of them have moved on, or their allegiances have changed.
Where's Garrus Vicarian?
The Turian disappeared a few months after you were declared dead. Even we haven't been able to locate him.
Where's Ashley Williams?
She's still with the Alliance. Promoted, I believe. Her file is surprisingly well classified.
Where's Erdnot Rex?
He returned to Chichanka, and he hasn't gone off-world in over a year. He's trying to unite the Krogan clans.
What about Tali? She already helped us on Freedom's Progress.
That was unexpected. I need more intel before I'll commit to that.
Where's Liara Tisani?
She's on Ilium. My sources say that she's working for the Shadow Broker. If so, she can't be trusted.
Okay, I get it. They're not available.
You're a leader, Shepard. You'll get who you need.
I'm still a Spectre. Maybe I can get the Council to help us out.
If you think you could convince them, by all means. Just remember, you've been gone a long time. Things have changed.
You worry about the Collectors. I'll make sure my team's ready.
Good. 2 things before you go. First, head to Omega and find Morden Solus. He's a brilliant Solarian scientist. Our intelligence suggests he may know how to counteract the Collector's paralyzing Seeker swarms.
I haven't even started and you're telling me what to do?
I'm giving you direction. What you do with it is up to you. I'm sure you'll make the right decision.
Alright. What's the other thing?
I found a pilot I think you might like. I hear he's one of the best. Someone you can trust.
Hey, Commander. Just like old times, huh?
I can't believe it's you, Joker.
Look who's talking. I saw you get spaced.
Got lucky, with a lot of strings attached. How'd you get here?
It all fell apart without you, Commander. Everything you stirred up, the Council just wanted it gone. The team was broken up, record sealed, and I was grounded. The Alliance took away the one thing that mattered to me. Hell yeah, I joined Cerberus.
You really trust the elusive man?
Well, I don't trust anyone who makes more than I do. But they aren't all bad. Saved your life, let me fly, and there's this. They only told me last night. It's good to be home, huh, Commander?
She's a
Guess we'll have
beaut.
to give her a name.
Normandy 2. That's basically what you name her. So we leveled up again. Here's the summary. Collectors confirmed as source of attacks on Freedom's Progress. Quarian survivor Vitor returned with Tali Zora to the migrant fleet. We'll examine his Omni tool data for anything useful. So we got a heavy weapon upgrade there. Got 18,000 credits out of the whole thing. Would have been 20,000 if I hadn't messed up that hacking minigame. Here we go. If I remember right, the SR2 is 1.5 to 2 times the size of the original Normandy. It's definitely bigger, that's for sure. I mean, it has 4 floors now. Spoilers. how much bigger the CIC is.
Welcome aboard the New Normandy, Commander.
I've been looking over the dossiers. I'd strongly recommend starting by acquiring Morden Solus, the Solarian professor on Omega. We know the Collectors use some type of advanced technology to immobilize their victims. We'll need him to develop a countermeasure to protect us.
And without that countermeasure, we'll be helpless if we ever run into the Collectors.
Acquiring Professor Solus seems like the most logical place to start.
Who are you?
I am the Normandy's artificial intelligence. The crew like to refer to me as Edie.
Helmsmen aren't happy when someone takes control of a ship away from them. Especially Joker.
I do not helm the ship. Mr. Moreau's talents will not go to waste. During combat, I operate the electronic warfare and cyber warfare suites. Beyond that, I cannot interface with the ship's systems. I observe and offer analysis and advice. Nothing more.
I'm guessing it takes more than just the three of us plus Joker to fly this ship?
The Normandy has a full crew. They're at their stations awaiting your orders.
Final preparations for takeoff are complete, Commander. When you're ready to go, just pick a destination from the galaxy map and the CIC and I'll plot a course.
Jacob and I should return to our posts. Come find us if you have any questions.
There's the galaxy map. Looks a bit smaller than in the previous game. This is new. You have a new message system where you get updates and different lore background stuff. The armory where you change your loadout. The elevator, obviously, is the elevator. Captain's quarters is a completely separate room and floor now, which I'll probably go to first. The tech lab, a new room, and that's where we do all our upgrades. And they're going to start us off right here. And of course they get a lag spike right there. Hopefully it's not too bad. I'm getting all kinds of journal updates now because of all the DLC and stuff that I have. Of course, one of the core things of Mass Effect is to walk around and get as much XP as possible. I just closed the windows.
35.10, pitch 64.18, yaw 10.28.
You just made that up.
Can you believe this, Commander? It's my baby. Better than new. It fits me like a glove. And leather seats. Military may set the hardware standard, but on a first-gen frigate, they could care less if the seats breathe. Civilian sector comfort by design.
The reproduction is not intended to be perfect, Mr. Moreau. Seamless improvements were made.
And there's the downside. I liked the Normandy when she was beautiful and quiet. Now she's got this thing I don't want to talk about. It's like ship cancer.
It's not the same, Joker. There's nothing here that was even part of the real Normandy.
There's us. I have to take what I can get. The last 2 years sucked. You'll see. Even if an AI is spying on us, no way they'll invest this much just to screw us over. It'll be better than the old days.
I hope so. I died.
Yeah, you are such a downer. Commander.
I assume everything's going well up here?
I really want a chance to put the Normandy through her paces. I just have to trim up the drive output and it'll be like we never lost her.
Safety standards advise against manipulating drive settings while engines are powered and in use, Mr. Moreau.
Commander, can we shut this thing off? I don't need it in my day-to-day.
I'm no fan either, but we're stuck with it.
Until I find a soldering gun. There's gotta be some wires I can cross to make it hurt.
No sabotage. Understood?
Yeah, don't break the boss's toys.
So, how do you think we're doing?
Well, the Normandy's not as ready as she could be. There's always more we could upgrade. And as for the crew, you'd have to ask a people person.
Ever think about the old Normandy and the trouble we got up to?
Yeah, those seem like the good old days now, but come on, it was hell at the time. Geth, Saren, Sovereign, and then we got dumped. We're stuck in a weird place, sure, but back then it wasn't all sunshine and bunnies.
What happened to the rest of the old crew? I heard most survived.
Almost did. Presley didn't. The rest of us just sort of drifted apart. The Alliance didn't care. I don't think they liked all the non-humans in your crew. We were your team, Commander. With the Normandy destroyed and you gone, there wasn't much keeping us together.
What do you think about the people we're picking up?
Well, about the ones you went out with last, I would never say anything against Miranda and expect to survive the reprisal. Jacob is way too nice a guy for the number of ways he knows how to kill people. It's just my opinion, though. There's really no need to go spreading it around.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Yes, Shepard.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the bridge, where the navigator plots our FTL vectors, and the helmsman maneuvers the ship.
Yeah, sitting right here, thanks.
So in every room, you can talk to Edie, and she'll tell you what's going on in that room, or what it's supposed to be for, so...
I want to know more about the people I'm working with.
Much of that data is classified. Do you have a specific inquiry?
How did Cerberus replicate the most advanced warship in the Alliance Navy without anyone knowing?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
What do you mean?
Although I am less controlled than other AI, I am still subject to behavioral blocks and the physical isolation of my hardware. In this case, I am prevented from truthfully answering your question by Cerberus's levels of secret classification.
What sort of resources does Cerberus have? Money, personnel, facilities?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
How is Cerberus organized? Aside from the elusive man, I don't see much chain of command.
Cerberus is organized into task-oriented cells. Each operates in isolation. Members from one cell cannot recognize the members of another. Each cell's agents are led by a single operator. We are called the Lazarus Cell, which is directed by Operator Lawson.
So how many operations is Cerberus running right now?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
What do you do aboard the ship?
I operate the ship's electronic and cyber warfare suites in combat. My reaction time is much faster than any organic. I collate the records of shipboard monitoring devices for the elusive man. I serve additional functions which are restricted at this time.
Restricted functions? Like what?
I do not know. Some of my databases are sealed, some of my hardware is kept offline. I assume that when certain unknown conditions are met, those functions will be released to me.
Cyber warfare means things like viruses, right?
In close-range ship-to-ship combat, I can sometimes break through the firewalls of an enemy's internal wireless network. Once I seize control of their systems, I can turn off gravity or air. I can disable weapons guidance or shields, or I can put their fusion plant in meltdown. On the defense, I manage Normandy's own suite of jammers, decoys, and internal firewalls.
Sounds incredibly useful. Why isn't there someone like that on every warship?
An organic operator cannot react quickly enough to changing circumstances or perform the necessary multitasking. This is a role that can only be filled by an artificial intelligence. Unfortunately, we are suspect.
Well, it might have something to do with how an AI almost destroyed galactic civilization, just putting it out there.
Sounds incredibly useful.
An organic operator.
Okay.
This is a role.
Well, it might have something to do with how an AI almost destroyed galactic
The
civilization.
elusive man has monitoring devices on board?
He has invested most of Cerberus's resources into the design and construction of this ship. He has an interest in monitoring our progress.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
Why are you named Edie?
EDI is the phonetic pronunciation of EDI. That is an acronym for Enhanced Defense Intelligence.
Where are you?
My core intelligence is housed in a quantum blue box located behind the medical bay.
How are you getting along with Joker?
Mr. Moreau does not trust me. It offends him that I am installed aboard his ship's computers.
Yeah, the last Normandy did just fine without an AI reminding me the airlock is ajar.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
So, the voice actor for Edie is named Trisha Helfer, I think. She was in Battlestar Galactica? I can't remember. One of those shows I never watched. And people get upset when I say that, so sorry. Let's go around. We'll go around the elevator, talk to that suspicious looking redhead over there, and then we'll do the private terminal, and then we'll explore the rest of the ship. That's pretty much going to be the bulk of this episode, is exploring the ship, because there's just so much going on. It's the armory.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the armory, where small arms are maintained and upgraded. Using Omni-Tool, computer-aided design, and manufacturing, we have the capability to manufacture several new models.
So here we can pick what guns we use whenever we pick them up or upgrade them. I don't remember what is the best, but I'm definitely going to pick the Maddox for right now. I do remember the best sniper rifle is the Black Widow, or at least the most powerful. I think there's like a hybrid assault rifle, sniper rifle that's made by the Turians that I think most people prefer, if I remember correctly. We have the arc projector, which is basically a lightning gun, but the grenade launcher is better. I guess we have to unlock all the weapons first, I don't know. And here's this guy. This is what all the guns look like, or at least what they look like spread out on the table. I think those are biotic amps there, which you don't have to worry about in this game. That's the drive core. You'll be seeing that later. Lots of tables and chairs in the armory. I guess that's so you can do custom loadouts on your guns.
Commander, there hasn't been time to really settle in and take stock. I want to say that working with you is a great opportunity to do something that matters. It's a privilege to serve on the Normandy, Commander.
You may change your tune if we end up like the original Normandy.
Maybe. As long as the elusive man walks his talk. I'll do my best to make sure we succeed. That's been the condition for my service so far. I have issues with certain actions Cerberus has taken in the past.
Well, it says we're lagging again. That's always good. Luckily it's just in a dialogue part and not gameplay or rendered cutscene.
What has Cerberus done to make you nervous?
A lot. They've been called terrorists, and with good reason. Doubt you can find a more checkered past. But if the Collector threat is real, and we do something about it, Cerberus will be remembered differently. Or we'll all be tried and executed. Can't count on people thinking about it as hard as I have.
I look forward to working with you, Mr. Taylor.
Likewise, Commander. Let me know if you need anything.
So every companion will have a kind of introductory dialogue like that, and then you can talk to them again. I probably won't go through all these for everybody, or definitely not Jacob. If I do this, it starts you down the romance plot line with him, so we're definitely not doing that. Thoughts on the mission will tell you, he'll tell you what he thinks about the ship's readiness and the crew's readiness. Opinion of the crew is, of course, all the companions you pick up, and then service after the Alliance is more lore stuff, so we'll go ahead and ask him that.
After you left the Alliance.
Miranda and I stopped a Batarian plan to release a biological agent on the Citadel. That's when I first met her. It took us out to the Nemean Abyss and back. Saved the Citadel like you, but what's the saying? The good deeds like pissing yourself in dark pants? Warm feeling, but no one notices. The whole thing was hushed like they're good at doing. But I know what I did, and I'm proud of it.
We'll talk later.
Commander.
So here is the comm room.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the FTL communications room. In addition to interfacing with the FTL comm network, Normandy is fitted with a quantum entanglement communicator linked to the elusive man's office. This allows lag-free communication even when you operate off the comm grid.
Okay, so I was wrong in the last episode. It wasn't the QED, it's QEC.
Why aren't these used everywhere?
Each quantum pair costs nearly as much as a comm relay, and can pass only one quantum bit of data at a time. In addition to the cost and bandwidth issues, the system is strictly point-to-point. To contact 100 different worlds, we would need to manufacture and install 100 entangled pairs, one link to each world.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
So basically what she was saying is, it's kind of like the old paper cup wire thing when you do that as a phone. You can only one side can only talk to the other side. You can't really connect them at this point anyway. Obviously, they figure out how to do it better later. So I forgot that until you pick up a certain someone, yeah, whatever, you can't go into the tech labs. So we're just skipping straight to Yeoman Chambers.
I'm Yeoman Kelly Chambers. I've been assigned as your administrative assistant. I'll manage your messages and help you monitor the crew. And I must say, it's such an honor to work under you, Commander Shepard.
She's quite a cutie.
I'm glad to have you on the team, Ms. Chambers.
Please, call me Kelly.
No.
Okay, Kelly.
Anything else?
Is there anything I should know?
You have unread messages at your private terminal. Anything else, Commander?
So you'll want to ask her that every once in a while, especially after big missions, because she can say, like, Tally seems to be down, and you should probably go talk to her. And so you'll go and have some nice dialogue with your companions. And of course she tells you if you have new messages or not.
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
What are your responsibilities?
I'll keep you notified of any messages or appointments you might have. If any of the crew has important business to discuss, I'll make sure you know.
Isn't that the type of task better suited for a VI?
Yes, but being your yeoman is just my official role. Unofficially, I observe the crew. Everyone knows how risky our mission is. Many of us may not be coming back. That's a lot of pressure. I have a degree in psychology. I'm good at sensing when people are overly taxed.
You make sure the crew's mental health is sound.
Yes. I look for warning signs. I listen. It's not a full-time job, and it's most effective when done informally.
We're lucky to have someone with your skills, Kelly.
Thank you, Shepard. What else would you like to know?
Okay, there was an investigate there, so I'm just going to quickly go back.
I'll keep you notified of any...
Because I don't remember...
has important business to discuss. I'll make sure you know.
Okay. So it just takes you back to that wheel.
Isn't that the type of task?
I have a degree in psychology. Yes.
We're lucky to have someone.
What else would you like to know?
Alright. What do you think of
This
Cerberus?
organization has a dark reputation. Do you have any concerns working for them?
Not at all. Our methods can be harsh, but Cerberus has noble objectives. We look out for human interests. Advance human technology, save human lives. They're good goals.
How do you feel about being assigned to the Normandy?
I was handpicked by the Elusive Man to help fight the greatest threat known to humanity. How do I feel? Honored, exhilarated, terrified. But mostly I feel encouraged. Under your leadership, we can't fail.
Don't worry. We'll defeat the Collectors.
I trust you implicitly. The moment I met you, I knew I could close my eyes, fall back, and you'd be there.
That might do more than catch you, Kelly.
Now that's an enticing thought. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
I better go.
Okay. Maybe we'll talk later.
While the blueberry is away, the commander shall play. Kelly is a great character. I don't care what anybody says. So here you can see your companions and how they're doing. There's appearance DLC or costume DLC, whatever you want to call it, and I have all of it. So I think it only affects 6 of your companions, which is half. Unfortunately, they didn't do a different outfit for everyone. Miranda's default is better, and pretty much everyone's default is better, if I remember right. Tally's alt is pretty cool. These are the dossiers. The ones that are lit up you can actually read info about. So this one says the veteran Zaid Masani. He's basically a super soldier. The professor, Dr. Morton Solus, he's the Solarian that Elusive Man and Miranda were talking about. And we have Archangel, small unit technical expertise, Omni-tool expert, and noted sniper. That doesn't sound familiar at all. He's on the same place as the Solarian. The Warlord, Dr. O'Keir. Millennia of combat and strategic experience, which means he's over 1,000 years old, literally. Rumored familiarity with collector technology. So we'll be picking him up later. The Convict, Jack, no last name. Exceptional biotic ability. Basically, outside of an Asari matriarch, she's one of the most... Fuck, I just spoiled it. Jack is basically the most powerful biotic in the series, depending on what's going on with her psyche. So, and the Master Thief, Kasumi. She's kind of like a saboteur engineer class character, and she's pretty cool. She has a really great voice actress too. We don't have any upgrades right now because the tech lab is not unlocked. So we have 1 billion unread messages, so I'll try to go through these as quickly as I can. So this is a note from Anderson wanting to see if you're actually alive. A notice that Zaid is ready to be picked up. Project Firewalker, which is the vehicle combat DLC. Normandy Crash Site is one of the best non-combat DLC missions of all time. Cerberus Assault Armor, we're wearing that, and some more armor and weapon stuff. Overlord is the notice about one of the campaign DLCs. And that's it. Dang it. Oh. And advanced combat training is where you can go in and review the tutorial stuff, but we don't need to do that. So, we have 4 decks in the new Normandy: the Captain's Cabin, CIC, Crew Quarters, and Engineering. I'll start at the top and work my way down. Kind of suspicious how much room there is down there, but whatever. Doesn't matter. So, let's talk to Edie.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the commanding officer's quarters.
It's larger than the quarters of other warships I've served on.
This is a Cerberus vessel, not an Alliance warship. Accommodations have been made for personal taste. That said, this space is directly under the exterior pressure hull. The fitting yard workers called it the loft.
So we have an aquarium, the infamous aquarium in the Mass Effect fandom. There's a lock. There's our where we customize our armor and stuff. This is one of my favorite parts about coming up here. You can listen to music from the old games. Sadly, the elevator music isn't on here. This one's probably the best. Here's our desk where we do nothing. Basically, you never do anything there. Here's our shower and personal toilet. Pretty cool. Got an actual working mirror. Always fun. Okay. Here we can check our messages again if we want to. And there's a model of the Normandy. All those spaces there are for ship models that you can buy in different places. That's where you view your achievements, and of course we have a picture of Liara as whoever you have for your romance option in Mass Effect 1, you'll have a picture of them right there. So, pretty cool. That song was getting too upbeat for me, so I had to get out of there. We'll go to engineering and then crew's quarters, because there's a lot of people to talk to in the crew quarters. I think we've been going almost an hour. Oh, definitely. So we'll definitely end the episode after we're done exploring the ship. There's a
What's this area of the ship?
Normandy's cargo deck. It includes facilities to rearm and repair Normandy's embarked ground vehicle and shuttle.
My last ship didn't need a shuttle. Why do we have one?
This ship is nearly twice the mass of the previous Normandy. It is more difficult to land the ship on high-gravity worlds.
Yeah, twice the previous mass. Nearly twice, so that's pretty nuts. So there's port cargo and starboard cargo. Sorry if I'm making anybody dizzy out there. Go down the stairs first. Kind of just a lower deck situation here. Can see all the inner workings of the Normandy down here. Project table. Yep, nothing suspicious about this area of the ship. Go up the other side here. That's not atoms. So here is the heart of the Normandy, the drive core. Lots of loud noises going on over here. Let's go ahead and talk to Edie.
What's this area of the ship?
This is main engineering, which contains the ship's main fusion plant and Mass Effect core.
It's the core, Edie. Come on. Alright, we've got Donnelly and Gabby. I mean, Daniels.
You came all the way down here to see us?
You're speaking to our commanding officer.
I'm touring the ship, getting to know my crew.
I'm Engineer Ken Donnelly, handling the power control systems. This is Gabby.
That's Engineer Gabriella Daniels, actually. I'm responsible for the propulsion systems.
What can we do for you, Commander?
So you can learn about why they joined Cerberus and what all they've done, but they give you a mission, so that's what we're going to talk to them about.
We can't complain. I just wish it didn't take so long to calibrate the FBA arrays.
Kenneth, you're complaining.
What kind of problems are you having?
When they upgraded the Normandy design, they got a bit sloppy with the FBA couplings. I won't bore you with the tech, but there is an array of attenuators in the primary power transfer system that channels the field bleed.
Kenneth, you're boring the commander with tech. In short, if we had T6 FBA couplings installed, it'd save us a lot of maintenance time each day.
Why isn't something like that already installed?
It's probably just a design oversight. Efficiency isn't affected. It's a maintenance issue.
Also, the T6 model can be hard to find. Nash and Stellar Dynamics discontinued them.
We could probably find used ones in the Omega markets, but we have no time for shore leave.
Carry on.
Will do, Commander. I'm amazed Shepard came down to see us.
I told you she would.
Gabby's alright. I wish you could talk to them more. Alright, one more level, and there's 4 people to talk to, I think, down here. Maybe 3. I'm gonna take a drink of water, sorry if it's annoying. Here's a little anecdote. Today I went to change the pre-order store, location, because the store that I pre-ordered Mass Effect Andromeda at wasn't having a midnight launch. Good thing I called to confirm that, because they said, nah, we didn't get enough orders. I was like, were you going to send out any kind of text? Because when I pre-ordered there, the guy said, oh, absolutely, I'd be shocked if we didn't do one. So, I moved it to a store that's even farther away from where I live. But it's also the same store where I got Mass Effect 3, which I was kind of nerding out about. Anyway, I ended up talking to Ken at GameStop about my pre-order, and then ended up talking for almost an hour.
How old?
She'll be a year old next month.
Oh, you'll miss her first birthday.
Well, my family lives in New Canton.
Oh, that colony's on the edge of the frontier. Could be vulnerable to collector attacks.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Shepard, the women's restroom is on the starboard side of the ship.
Fine. So yeah, I talked to this guy, Ken, at GameStop for almost an hour about Mass Effect and video games in general. It was very nice.
Come on, Rupert.
I'm sorry, Princess. Filet mignon and caviar coming right up. Let me just get out my doilies.
That'd be real nice, Mr. Gardner.
What's this area of the ship?
The sickbay. It is equipped to provide short-term emergency care. In the event of critical injury, personnel must be transferred to a fully equipped medical facility.
This person looks kind of familiar.
Commander Shepard.
Chakwas.
I watched the Normandy crumble with you on board. It's good to see you alive.
I'm shocked. You're serving on a Cerberus vessel now?
Surprising, even to me. Yet, here I am. The kind of trauma you endured would have changed most people. But not you, I see. Welcome back, Shepard.
Doctor, you've been with the Alliance for years. Why leave now?
After the Normandy was lost, the surviving crew was reassigned. I was stationed at the Mars Naval Medical Center. A very respectable position, but it wasn't on a starship.
Colonial military life isn't for you?
I've spent most of my life on warships, never knowing what the next mission might bring. I'm used to the hum of engines, the creaking of bulkheads, that subtle vertigo when the momentum dampeners kick in. Life planetside is just too static, too boring.
There's a very good chance this mission will be a one-way trip. Are you prepared for that?
I've been through the reclaiming of Shanxi, the Skillian Blitz. We survived the Battle of the Citadel and the destruction of the Normandy together. I've lived a full life. No regrets. I'd like to make sure the crew gets the same opportunity.
Do you have everything you need?
I believe so. This medical bay seems very much like the sick bay on the original Normandy. Only thing missing are my private reserves. I even had a bottle of Ceres Ice Brandy that I was saving for a special occasion.
I'll keep an eye out for a replacement bottle.
Oh, you needn't. It's expensive, and we have much larger concerns ahead.
I'll see you later, Doctor.
Commander.
Pro tip, it's not expensive at all. Like, even if I didn't have the,
AI core is restricted.
even if I didn't have all the bonuses from importing a character, you can still buy it the first time you see it. These are, I didn't explain this in the first game, but these are basically like sleep pods. From what I remember. I think so, anyway.
The gunnery officer is required to access the gunnery control station.
Well, Ashley was a gunnery chief, so maybe she'll do.
Commander Shepard, the hero of the Citadel. You did humanity proud that day. As Sergeant Rupert Gardner here. How can I be of service?
Are you related to Conrad Werner? This guy is annoying, and He's only in this game, so don't worry about him too much.
Do you have everything you need?
Just have a...
They do. But have you ever tried to prepare a decent meal with military provisions? I'm good, but I'm no miracle worker. Taking down the collectors is going to be rough business. The crew deserves a few fine meals before they throw themselves into the fire.
What do you need?
If I had some quality ingredients... Oh, shit. You've got more to worry about than grocery shopping on the Citadel. Forget I mentioned it.
If I head that way, I'll keep an eye out.
Much appreciated. Most of this list is probably standard fare for those namby-pambies on the Citadel. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
I won't take any more of your time.
Back to work.
And we're going to talk to bestie number 2 here.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Anything I should know regarding the Normandy?
The crew's working well, and the ship appears to be performing to specifications.
What exactly are your duties aside from keeping an eye on me?
I'm the Elusive Man's agent. You're his most important asset. My job is to make sure you succeed. Aside from that, I send regular reports to the Elusive Man, updating our status.
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
No doubt you've got a lot of questions. Cerberus isn't as evil as most people believe. If I can help allay any of your concerns, I'd be happy to do so. So, what would you like to know?
What can you tell me about the Elusive Man?
Not much that you don't already know. Even I don't have access to most of his background. And you've seen more of him than most ever do. It's rare for him to become directly involved in missions, but you're something special. Whatever else people might say about him, I can assure you he's got humanity's best interests at heart. That includes you and me.
How can you be sure of that if you know so little about him?
I didn't get to where I am without knowing how to gauge people's motives and ambitions, even from brief encounters. He's no saint, and he'd be the first to admit it. But he is committed. Humanity couldn't have a better advocate.
What kind of resources does Cerberus have?
We're very well funded, though I doubt anyone other than the Elusive Man knows exactly how well. But our resources aren't unlimited. Reviving you and rebuilding the Normandy was a significant investment, and a significant risk. We're all hoping you can do the impossible, Shepard. No pressure.
Tell me about yourself, Miranda.
Well, I guess that's fair. I've spent the last 2 years learning everything there is to know about you. Well, you should probably know that I've had extensive genetic modification. Not my decision, but I make the most of it. It's one of the reasons the Elusive Man handpicked me. I'm very good at just about anything I choose to do.
What level of genetic modification are we talking about?
That's very thorough. Physically, I'm superior in many ways. I heal quickly, and I'll likely live half again as long as the average human. My biotic abilities are also very advanced. For a human. Add to that some of the best training and education money can buy, and, well, it's pretty impressive, really.
It sounds like you were designed to be perfect.
Maybe, but I'm not. I'm still human, Shepard. I make mistakes like everyone else. And when I do, the consequences are severe. Everyone expects a lot from someone with my abilities.
Thanks for the information, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
Of course, Commander. Whatever you need.
So I talked a lot in the first game about Liara and Tali being my 2 favorite characters, or at least companions. And Miranda, at first, I didn't like her very much. I think a lot of people had that same experience, but after playing Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3, she has quietly become my number 3 for sure. She's a very lonely, just lonely character, in my opinion, which is why I like taking her along as a companion on most missions. Because she warms up to you, obviously, as all companions tend to do in these kinds of games if you treat them nice. So that's going to do it for this episode and for tonight, I believe. My laundry should be almost done, and I'm going to need to whip up a thumbnail for this. I'll have to find a transparent Mass Effect 2 logo. yeah, there's not really anything else I want to do. We might fly straight to Omega, just so you can see like the cinematic of...
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Already? Oh, okay. So we'll go into the galaxy map and look at all this. You actually fly around the galaxy map now. It's always fun. This is the Omega Relay that you were asking about earlier. And you see this fuel depot. And the thing that comes up on top there, what happens is you need fuel to get from system to system now, and you can buy probes, and you use those probes to get resources. So I'm going to go ahead and buy up maximum fuel and maximum probes, and I'll go ahead and show what it's like to do this kind of stuff. And I think we'll start with the Normandy crash site in the next episode. So look forward to that. Okay, so this is Urdak, and you want to start the scanner. And you see there we have the 4 elements that we need on the side and 30 probes. And what you do is you hold down the trigger button or whatever it is on PC, and you'll get this kind of waveform on the side. And you want to move it around and look for spikes in different areas. You can see it on the screen and you can also hear it, but the biggest factor is your controller shakes. So I don't know how this works out on PC, but
Probe away. In research projects, iridium is used to upgrade heavy weapons, submachine guns, and assault rifles.
So yeah, she'll tell you every time you get a new element what they're used for. Obviously it's only the first time you ever get it, but...
Launching probe.
And at the top, under the name of the planet, you see scanner results. It starts at rich, which means there's tons of stuff, and all the way down to depleted when you've picked up everything there is to get on the planet. And we're already on
is used to upgrade heavy pistols, armor, and cybernetics.
So we're already on moderate. I think that's one step above depleted, maybe, or maybe there's moderate and then low.
Probe launched.
Oh, poor and then depleted. So
probe away. In research projects, platinum is used to upgrade sniper rifles, shotguns, and medical equipment.
So the reason why you want so much money is because you want to buy as much fuel and probes as you can find, basically. Or because you can scan pretty much every planet. There's a few depleted planets already in the game, but they're very few, like less than 5 from what I remember. I'm just doing this to show, like, even on a moderate planet, you can still lose up to 10 probes pretty much. And now we're at depleted. So that was pretty much 10, and you can, if you look at the green circle around the system here, it'll say Fathar 0%. That means you've explored 0% of the planets in that system. So up at the top in the left-hand corner, you see Sarabarik, and we've explored 60% of the planets. This is also a moderate planet. What I usually do is I start at the bottom and just go all the way around and look for the biggest spike, and then I move up a little bit and you'll find something like that, and you just launch a probe. kind of want to just go for the biggest spikes everywhere. Occasionally you'll find one that covers 2 elements. Sometimes you have to kind of fiddle around, see if a spot is worth it. Go ahead and get that one. Yeah, sometimes if you're going too fast around the planet, you'll like miss. So it's always recommended to stop spinning the planet before you launch.
Launching probe.
The hardest to get is element 0. It's definitely the rarest element or resource. Iridium and palladium, there's tons of. Platinum is fairly rare. Not anywhere as rare as E02. Like, there's 2 planets from memory that have a ton of element 0, and you definitely want to find those. Actually, I recommend looking up on the wiki which ones they are, because they're. I don't think they're in any important systems. So we've just done 2 planets, depleted 2 planets from moderate settings. Our moderate scanner results, and we used 15 probes, which is nuts. So you can see now, hopefully, why you want to get as much money as possible. And here we have a rich planet, and you can see what that's like. Tons of spikes all over the place. Another thing is if you're playing on Xbox or PS3, wait till the cursor gets all the way to the side of the planet and then hold both sticks towards the direction you're moving, and it'll move faster. And you'll also get an upgrade eventually to speed up how fast this goes. But as you can see, as most people are probably already turning off the video by this point, probably, but this can get really boring to do, even for someone who defends this system to the death on multiple occasions. I'll be doing a lot of this definitely off camera. I didn't have to do too much stuff off camera in the first game, thankfully.
Launching probe.
And one of the things about rich planets is they might just have a bunch of spikes like this, and then they'll go straight to depleted once you get to the last one. So don't think that you'll ever have to use like 30 probes on one planet. I think the most I've ever used was 20. And this is a smaller planet, so we should be getting pretty close to this one's depletion point.
Probe launched.
Yeah, I went down to good there.
Probe away.
I'm gonna kind of rush through this part, probably. Down to moderate already with just 2 probes. And if you're on console like me, you'll want to watch the cursor drifting, because if it goes too fast, then you might miss an area and have to go back. But we're already depleted. I didn't even notice. So that's another thing to watch out for. You don't want to get like some crappy little spike like that, which isn't going to be anything. So, that's 100% of this galaxy, and we used all but 5 probes. So, I think it's 100 credits for 5 probes. I'm not sure. I should have looked when I was doing that just now, but we haven't used up any fuel because we haven't gone anywhere. You can recruit 3 whole members here on Omega. And, yeah. It'll probably have to be one of those things where I look up each system and ahead of time before I stream and decide which is worth doing on camera or even worth doing at all. So, I'll enter orbit here. That's what Omega looks like. It's one of the, I don't really want to say cornerstone locations in Mass Effect, but it's certainly one of the most important. And this is where we'll be going next time. We'll be finding the veteran, the scientist, and the Archangel, the sniper, basically. So, anyway, I hope you're enjoying this. Follow me on Twitch with Better Twitch Now, or something like that. It's basically go to your extensions page on whichever browser you use and look for a Twitch app that'll allow you to follow people, and you'll get notifications every time I stream. There's also Twitter, P_O_D7. I'm pretty sure every time I've streamed, I've sent out a tweet that I was going to, so follow. That's probably the easiest way to know. Also, my YouTube is Payable on Death 7, no spaces, I believe. Anyway, I'm sure it's in my info on here on Twitch, so leave comments, tell me what I'm doing wrong, what you like about it, anything you'd like to see in Mass Effect 2. There's tons of stuff that I'm going to have to skip if I don't want this game to go into like 100 episodes, so I don't think that'll happen anyway since I have like hour-long episodes, but yeah, or just come by and say hi and leave questions that I can answer. Maybe you want me to talk about what I've been watching lately, what I've been reading lately, what other games I play when I'm not streaming or recording, what kind of anime is good right now. I'm always watching more anime, it seems like, every season. I just watched and completed Resha Sentai Tokyuger. It's a Super Sentai series from Japan that was really great. We can talk about that. Just whatever. Just let me know. I don't really have a schedule, but like I said, I'll be streaming like crazy, hopefully the next couple days. So please stop by and say hello, and we'll get to the bottom of this collector's issue together. So this has been POD7, and I'm signing out.